Hey y'all, how are you? It is, I don't even know what day it is, October 6th, it's Thursday. I am a couple days late on this, so sorry about that. I actually do have a lot of things to talk about this week. I think it's going to be more like that the closer we get. I'm going to just kind of be shoving lots of things into one vlog. I actually was supposed to bring my wedding binder with me, but I ran out of the house too quick. So I will actually add that at the end. So I'm going to make this as short as possible because that's probably going to take the most time. So this week, let's see. This week I was going to talk about my budget, but I'll actually talk about my budget tonight with my binder so I can just do... Sorry, there's a school right over there, and I don't know if you heard that or not, but they're like having an announcement. Anyway, I will go over the budget with my binder because it kind of keeps me organized in that sense. So I'll do that tonight. I'll add that on the end of this. So this week, I wanted to talk about how much I love that the other ladies on YouTube are starting to do wedding vlogs. There is Jamie, who's super cute. I forget her. Here, I'll look it up real quick. I forget her YouTube name, but I can find it real quick. But she is super organized. It's really nice to see. So if you're just starting doing, planning a wedding, go check her out because she has a lot of really good, help. Hers is Jamie Valerio GM. Sorry, I hope I said that right. And like I said, she's really cute. She updates about every week too. And also, I think her name is Brittany, B Rants 2007. She is planning weddings as well, and she is really organized and they both have similar budgets. So it's fun to see everybody's different creative sparks kind of coming together and filling all us other YouTube wedding vloggers in. So this week, we kind of started talking about housing. Right now we live in an apartment and we live in Phoenix, and we have been talking about about the time we got engaged, about living here, period. So I don't care either way. I don't want to move to Florida. That was kind of an option in his head. So I'm not going to move back south. I lived in Georgia for 7 years. So I'm not going to do that humidity because right now it's like 79 degrees outside. My windows are rolled down and I'm enjoying this kind of weather with no humidity whatsoever. We talked about Colorado. So Colorado is still an option, but also just staying here is an option too. So I don't really know. We're gonna take kind of things one at a time. We're gonna get married and then we're gonna figure out what's going on from there. This week I've been super emotional. I don't know why. And not even necessarily about like the wedding, but just kind of super emotional. It's kind of funny. I was like, because I nanny, hence, that's the car seat in the back. Somebody asked what it was. If you didn't know, I nanny. So I was nannying, and we were watching TV, and something, not even something sad, just something came on the TV, and I like got kind of like misty-eyed, and I was like, not really sure what just happened there. But that's, I don't know, a silly thing that's happened this week. We have chosen the ring. It's awesome. I will actually post, when I get it, I'll post a picture because I don't have it yet, so I don't want to be throwing in pictures that we don't actually have the product of yet. The music, most of all the music is chosen as well. Like I said, when I do my budget and my binder tonight, I will let you know all of that. A cool thing that we're going to be doing is one of Bobby's best friends is in the military, and he's not going to be able to make it because he's overseas right now. So we're actually going to try to set up a laptop with Skype. So he'll still be able to watch us get married. So he'll be still a part of it because it was really kind of a big deal to have him in our wedding, and he isn't. So we're going to still try to do Skype to try to get him involved as well. Other than that, the only other two things that I have on here is one's dress info. I had an issue with my dress. I think I talked about this in the past, but I'll actually give you the whole information about my dress. I actually had my dress at my house for like a month, and Bobby didn't look at it because he's not a girl like that. We're nosy. We like to know little, if something's there, if you say don't look at this, the first thing we want to do is look at it. So it's at my maid of honor's house. I talked about that I think in the last video. But my dress is a Morally gown. It's Morally by Madeline Gardner. I'll put the link in the bottom bar. And it's style number 2105. I'll just put a link straight to the dress. I don't want to put any pop-up pictures because if he does watch this, I mean, he knows like what style and everything that it is. But my dress is a little less than $600. I had an issue with my dress where the place I got my dress actually closed down without informing anybody. So I had to get my dress through someone else. And they don't do alterations in-house. So I was already going to have to go out of house for alterations, but I found this really cute place. It's where I got my veil. It's called Lillian Lottie. I'll put, again, that link down below. And they are super cute. They're really fun. The customer service there is fantastic. They're like a couture shop. They're like rated on not.com, but that's not how I found them. I actually found them because Bobby for Craig, the man who isn't going to be able to make it to the wedding, who's overseas, who we're going to Skype with. Anyway, he just got married last December, and Bobby needed all the boys were wearing their uniforms because they're all in the service, all his groomsmen were, and best men, because Bobby is a twin, so him and his brother were the best men in Craig's wedding. So he needed a navy blue suit or a navy blue tux, just something navy blue. So he actually found one at Lillian Lottie. So that's kind of how we got started with them, and then I've just kind of fallen in love with them ever since. But so I had to get my alterations there. Didn't have to. Chose to get my alterations there. They're pretty pricey. I think my mom paid for it. I mean, fortunately, because I don't know how we would have been able to do it, but she also bought my dress. So between my dress and my alterations, we spent about $1,000, I think a little over $1,000 for my dress, including alterations, which is still a good price, but the alterations were 2/3 of the cost of my dress, and that to me is kind of silly, but it's over and done with and greatly appreciated. So it was one thing I could check off my list. So now, sorry, there's a person driving by on a bike, and I don't know if they see me vlogging. They're like, hello, crazy person, sitting in your car vlogging. Anywho, so that's that. That's really all about my dress. I'm getting, with the dress, when you look at it, I'm getting a French bustle, and I'll show you the difference between, if you don't know, I'll just tell you, between the difference between an American bustle and a French bustle. The American bustle is if you have your dress, and you take like the middle of it and take it and you pin it up. That's an American, an American bustle. So it's like you just, take it and it's all gathered up and it just kind of like falls into place. I'm getting a French bustle because of the way the beading is on my dress. You basically, instead of taking it and lifting it up, it's like taking it and lifting it under. So then it kind of creates a little bubble, and then it falls underneath. All my I have beading at the bottom of my dress, so when you fold it up and under like that, you see all the beading on the bottom of the dress. So if you're not familiar with that, and my description wasn't that great, sorry, just Google it. It's really cute. The difference, it really depends on the kind of dress you get for the bustle as well. So that's about my dress. The last thing that I'm going to talk about, which I think is kind of funny, is I've had like super bad baby fever, and I don't know if it's like my internal time clock is ticking. I'm only 25, so I doubt that's the case. Just everybody around me is either like pregnant or trying to conceive or has babies, and I have had baby fever since I was a fetus. Basically. So we've talked about it a lot lately, just because I can't seem to talk about anything else. I'm just kidding. It's not that serious. But, we're actually probably going to, try to conceive in May or June. I know it's kind of quick, and I know everybody's said, you should wait, you should wait. I feel like I've waited 25 years, and I've waited like 5 years with him. So, I mean, I know it's different having to, have like be married, like enjoying married life. But we both just, we're okay with it. I mean, we're not trying to have babies to fix our relationship. We're not trying to have babies for anything other than just to be parents. We're, you know, I'm super, we just saw Courageous last night. So like now even more, I'm like super excited to have his child and to, be parents together. We make an awesome team, and we kind of talked about that last night too, how we're going to make an awesome team with our parents. I mean, with our children as parents. So that's kind of my weekly issues this week. I think that was it. And the other things are just with my binder. So I might actually just make that a totally separate video, and I'll just upload this one now, and then, well, not now, this one tonight, and then I'll do that one tonight and try to get that one uploaded tonight too. So look for my other video on my entire wedding binder. Like, I think it was Brittany. No, like Jamie said, like, you absolutely need a binder. I think it was both of them, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. You absolutely, if you're trying to plan a wedding and you don't have anybody to, like, not really necessarily help, like, if you don't have a wedding planner, get a binder, because that is, like, your wedding planner. You'll have everything in that. You can keep everything super organized with tabs and clear sheets, and it's a necessity. So, that sounded really dumb saying that. So, get that. Oh, also, April is planning my bachelorette party, and I'm super excited about that. She's, like, been sending me, like, little emails asking me questions about it. So we're actually sending out evites. So that's exciting. That's about it, I guess. I know it's kind of long. I didn't really mean for it to be this long, but I'm excited now. So check out that vlog tonight on the wedding binder to kind of give you help on planning things. But thanks again, y'all. Bye.